Okay, so we're here for special needs. Um, this is going to be a weird one. I don't have a good, concise plan for this one. I will admit that I do not have personal experience. I can tell you what I've seen. I can show you where to find resources, but as in deep, I mean, I just don't have experience, and I don't want you to think that I am a special needs mom. I do have one that is probably bright and gifted, which is a type of special needs, but we have not done anything major to accommodate her other than the fact that she finished all of her credits for high school, and we are going to do some kind of business intensive this year. That's about it. Um, with homeschooling special needs, there are some places you can go to get some information. Homeschoollegaldefense.org is developing their special needs area. If you look in their testing area, you will find things to do assessment tests. I believe you can rent them. Let me see if I can share that page real quick. Let's see. Give me just a minute. Um, let's see. It takes just a minute for me to do that. Let's see. There it is. Okay, in this page, you can find the testing and evaluation. I believe, okay, let's see, they have evaluation and assessments and checklist. End of the year evaluations, they have that. That's not something you need right now. Let's see, I believe they said there was, no, I thought they had some special needs stuff in there. I guess I'm wrong. Let me stop this one and go to another page. If you have questions, you can ask in the comments. I'll see them. Let's see, where is the other page that I got? The only problem with StreamYard, the service I use to live stream, with sharing, it's a little bit more fiddly than if I do it in Zoom. Let's see, homeschooling kids with disabilities. This is the one we're going to look at. Let me see if you can see that one. Yes, good. Okay, so when you're doing this, there's some things to remember. Legally, you can homeschool whether your child has a disability or not. In your state law, you need to look for, okay, most of your schools. Okay, school services. This is what we're looking at. So when you're homeschooling, you need to realize that federally, let me find where it says that. It said that right here. I read it this morning. I like having somebody when they will kind of go through. Let's see. I'm sorry, I'm being all fiddly with this. Let's see. Okay. Under federal law, all states are required to find and evaluate homeschooled children who may need special education. So, legally, on the federal level, you are able to have service, you are able to be evaluated. But the thing that changes that is it is up to each state and district how many services they will provide. If they have a huge number of students that need services, they may tell you no, and they are within their guideline. So although they're supposed to be able to, I mean, you can get the evaluation if you go, sometimes you have to jump through hoops. You may not get accommodated and given services. That is just something that you have to know ahead of time. Each state and each district, and it's the district you're zoned for, not the really, like where I live. I'm in a lower income city. We have our own school system. They do not have a lot of special needs services, whereas they're not huge. Whereas there's a really, really nice school system right down the street. I can't go to the city over to the other school system. I have to go to the school system I'm zoned for. So other states will treat homeschool kids, just like ones in private school. They will, So, I mean, you can get evaluation. You may have to wait a while. You may have to argue. You can get evaluation, but they do have the right to refuse services. Most homeschoolers I know, let me go back here, and I'll post this link under the video. Most homeschoolers I know do not usually want to use the public school system evaluation, not evaluations, but the services. Most of the time they will go through the private sector, and if they have insurance, that you would go to your pediatrician and start things there. I have one that needed speech. I went through our pediatrician, then took steps to go to a private place, and you can find those. I'll tell you, in the Lifetime Access course, if you buy it, I'm going to have about probably at least four videos just on special needs. In Professional Home Educator, I have people come in often to teach stuff when I can find them, because I do not feel qualified. I did teach as an assistant in a private school with special needs, group home type thing, when I was way back in the day. So I have taught in the past, but I do not feel qualified since it's been like 20 years since I've done that. So I like to give you people and places to go that you can find things. Now, at, let's see, 12:15, there's going to be a new post in the group that is resources. It's called Resources for Struggling Learners. There are two wonderful, wonderful homeschooling mamas who are teaching that one, who are on a national level. They have great resources, and that's one I'm giving you. That will be in the Lifetime Access too. We also will have several other ones there. We also have like gifted homeschooling too over there. Let's see, I'm going to go to, let's see. Okay, you can't see this. I need to open it up. Okay, so if you have an IP, there are, let's see, no, come on, open up. It's not wanting to open up for me. Give me just a minute. I'm going to have to make one on my own. There. If you have an IP is basically just a lesson plan. It is a lesson plan that has been made with a group of people, whether it's a professional in the special needs area, whether it's the teachers that are teaching them, or it is the counselor, whatever it is. An IP is like a list of things they want to accomplish for the year. It's basically a lesson plan, but maybe bigger, not broken down into small little. It could be broken down into small steps. Way back in the day when I taught, they would hand me my portion of the IEP, and they would map, and I would have to map out how to accomplish that thing. So if you have an IEP already and you're deciding to homeschool, it's good to have a copy of that, because that will give you a guideline of what you want to accomplish for the year. If you want to build one, there are templates. I'll show you one that I have pulled up before. Let me screen share. You can build them yourself. Let's see. There it is. This is one that's free on Teachers Pay Teachers. I will have this one. All the links that I'm showing you, I've already scheduled them. They'll come up at like 12:15, 12:30, and you'll have all the links. This is free. It's like an editable where it shows you how to write out your guidelines. So you can build your own if that's what you want to do. Works perfectly fine. You can do that. Like Candace, if she wanted to build one, even us as, it's something new, so it probably seems like, how can I build my own? But all it really is what you want to accomplish for the year. So let's say when I was working way back in the day, I worked in a group home. I was a teacher's assistant. And one of my students, I had to teach life skills. And I wanted to teach that student how to make the bed in the morning. So I took that was the long-term goal for the year. And then I took each little step that I wanted this student to accomplish and write it out. I had another student that I wanted to teach 10 new sign languages, like for asking for food. He was nonverbal. I had the list of what I wanted to copy, wanted to accomplish by, they gave me the list of what they wanted me to handle for the year. And then I broke it down to each little step. That's pretty much all you're doing with an IEP, which is nothing much more than a lesson plan, but maybe thinking you're not doing just math. You could be, sorry, spit my words out. It could be life skills. It can be job skills. It can be anything you can think of. And that's what it is. And they're usually broken down by math and reading and phonics and science and stuff and life skills. That's how the ones I saw. So so I have several links that you can look at if you want to build your own. If you have one from the school, that if you're pulling them out of school, if you're pulling your children out of public school or private school, I highly recommend that you get your records. If there are any diagnoses in there, you can use them with your pediatrician. If there is any IEPs there, it will help you see where you want to take them for next year if they have not accomplished all that IEP. You can go to your school system and get a you can get evaluations for different things. You may or may not be able to get services. Legally, federally, they're mandated to do that, but it's really left up to the state and the district. So that's the things that you just need to know going in. Let's see what other things I had. Let me stop the share. I'm just going through my list, Candace, of some of my resources I had in Professional Home Educator. Like I said, I don't feel like I'm overly qualified for this. And special needs is such a huge area. An OT can help with building an IEP. If you're homeschooling already and you have specialists, you can go in there and say, hey, I'm building an IEP, a plan. Because all it is an individualized educational plan. Is that what it stands for? All you're doing is building a plan. I mean, you can download, like I have the link for Teachers Pay Teachers free. Take it in, go in there and say, okay, can you give me suggestions of things we want to accomplish this year? Or if you're going to speech, you can go into the speech therapist and say, hey, we're building his IEP. What do you see what would you like to see that they accomplish this year? I mean, you can ask your pediatrician. There's nothing wrong with that. And then you have a plan and you have an idea of what you want to accomplish. And it always helps to have a plan. No matter, even that's why lesson planning is important. It helps you have a plan for the year. So that's basically what this is doing. And then you can take it and you can break it down. There's nothing wrong with I'm messing with my hair. Sorry, y'all. I don't mean to mess with my hair. I get nervous with this kind of stuff because I want you to have what you need, but I don't always feel qualified with this one. It's just a huge subject. So I start messing with my hair. So anyway, so you can go into your occupational therapist. You can go into your pediatrician. You can go into whatever you've got going on and say, and you can say, we're making an IEP. What do you suggest to go in there? So that is something I would probably I'm like, I try, but I try to be honest, but I'm like, y'all, the lifetime access is where to go because I'll have all the extras there. You can find them also in Professional Home Educator. You just have to dig. I like the Teachable because you're not having to dig looking for any certain works. It's kind of laid out better than the Facebook groups. Facebook groups, things get lost and they get buried. And so anyway, let's see. Let me look at my list and see. Okay, so I have several links for IEPs. I have a book list, but things to read. Let's see. There is one that I really think should be noted. If you need it, I'm going to underline it and I'm going to pull it up on this Google so y'all can see this, because this is one that I do think that if you have a special needs child, that it's a good one to have on your shelf. Okay, I'm going to share it now that I pulled it up. Let's see. Okay, this is called Wright's Law, Special Education Law by Peter, what's their last name? Wrightshaw. Wrightshaw. I don't know if that's said right. Anyway, this is an excellent one because it talks about special education law. This is something that applies to homeschoolers because you can possibly get evaluations and services through your school. I think this one is just one that's good to have on your shelf. And I always kind of plan to order it, and I always forget just because, I mean, I think this is a very good one for your research. And it just talks about let's see, section, what does it call it? I'm reading it. It's the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. And this is just something that's going to go all the way through college. When I have ADD, I'm diagnosed with ADD. I have some, where is this? It didn't even show y'all what to show y'all a good picture of it. Maybe I need to go back up. I moved it down. Sorry. So anyway, so I have ADD. I'm diagnosed with ADD, and I was able to get services in the university. Yeah, see, in Baldwin County, that's what I'm saying. Charlotte said you can't use an IEP or services through the public school system in Baldwin County in Alabama. Yeah, see, it's going to be up to the school system. Some I have heard have been helpful. Some have not. It just really depends on your state law, and it will depend on your district. But it's good to note that that there may be a possibility. Yeah, see, it's going to depend on where you are, and it's sad that way. I wish that there are some. I mean, this is just one of the things because parents, it's pricey to get evaluated, but it's just something you've got to know that's going in. But I mean, really, even if you homeschool, most homeschoolers I know look for private services because free, like I posted this morning on my wall, free is not always a good thing. Free is okay if that's all you can get, but free is not always a good thing. So look, and then look at your local resources in your local Facebook groups. Ask the mamas. The mamas will know where to send you better than I can because this is, this boot camp is nationwide. So wherever you are, you can check your local resources and see, your district may be completely different than my district. But this is a good book to put on your shelf. I highly recommend this one because then you can know the law. I do have a friend who is very well versed in disabilities and the Disability Act. She has older children that were diagnosed and they have graduated, went on to college. She will help me out if you have questions I can't answer. I can always introduce you to her. But she is local, so she's well versed here in Alabama. Anyway, let's see what else I had. I had some other resources. Lots and lots of links. I don't have any that are majorly. I have some. Let's see. Let me pull this one up. Let me find it. Make sure that's it. That's the one thing I have to actually. I have a copy and paste thing, so it won't just let me click it, which is very sad. So I have to go and actually open it up. Let's see. Let me go here. I'm going to get rid of this one. This can share another one. The workshop that it's actually already out in the group. I had it scheduled at 12:15. It is called Resources for Struggling Learners. The mamas that taught that, Lisa is over True North Homeschool Academy. They have special needs classes and special needs counseling. The other mama is Cindy LaJoy with Blue Collar Homeschool. She is actually one of their consultants. Now they cost, but if I'm gonna send somebody to somebody, those are who I want you to go to. Even though they cost, they are nationwide and they'll be able to get you resources. I highly recommend them. You can watch their video. I have the resources on this list. That's going to post in about 5 minutes. this is just one of those subjects that, I mean, you could talk all day long and there'd be more. And I am sorry I'm not better versed, but I have posted every link I have. I went and dug through everything in Professional Home Educator, everything online I could find, and I will post that. You'll be able to find all of those links. We have, this afternoon, we're going to talk about lesson planning, time management, what else? Menu planning and all that stuff, and that will be at 2. Take time to enjoy that video. They are awesome, awesome, well-versed, knowledgeable mamas who have, they're just awesome. I think very highly of them. So you can enjoy that video this afternoon, and we'll do a watch party around 7 or 8. I'll plan to do them at 7, but I get kind of confused sometimes, and then I go, oh, wait, it's 8. But, you know, that's me. I don't mean to shake my table, sorry. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoy the resources. I hope y'all find some goodness in them in the lifetime. I have like 4 loaded already. Time management this afternoon. I've got to go get my notes together. See y'all soon. Bye.